After decades of confinement, the man known as the South Hill rapist is released. We'll show you the tense moments in court today.
And the fall chill has taken grip throughout all of our areas with sunshine, fog, and frost expected this weekend. I'll get you prepared. My first alert weather forecast coming up.
And a sting by Washington State Patrol makes several arrests alleging the suspects were sexually explicit with children. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Tonight, 45 years after his notorious crimes, Kevin Coe, the South Hill rapist, is free. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. In a courtroom filled with tension and emotion, some of Coe's victims shared their stories, knowing that their words, though powerful, could not alter the course of his release. We begin tonight's team coverage with our Hunter Bertram, who was in the courtroom today.
Derek, Kirsten, despite Kevin Coe's past, the legal process has paved the way for his release. Today, several women he brutally attacked took what might be their last chance to confront him and share the impact of his crimes. However, Coe wasn't listening, as confirmed by the court.
And I started praying to God and asked him to please. The worst that he could do was kill me. Just let me live.
For dozens of women, they've lived their lives as rape survivors. They were young women in their teens and 20s when they were attacked. Now they're in their 60s, living with the trauma and memories of Coe's actions for decades.
And I promised God that night that I would spend the rest of my life making sure that other victims, survivors as I like to call them, are able to get the help that they need to overcome that one horrible incident that happened.
Today, his victims expressed their anguish, asserting that justice demands Coe spend the rest of his life behind bars. But this morning, a Spokane County judge, following legal obligations, signed off on a state motion to release Coe. While we couldn't record most victims' identities on camera, one victim, through tears in the courtroom today, said, "How dare you get out of jail? How dare you breathe the air we breathe? That's not fair. Now I have to look over my shoulder again." Some women mentioned they continue to live in fear of what Coe might do next. Another said the desensitization of harming women in the country has got to stop. The repeat offenders sitting out on the street has got to stop. That will be my mission. Coe served 25 years in prison. After his sentence, he was declared a sexually violent predator and was held on McNeil Island. He's now released as the state cites his age and deteriorating health, stating they no longer believe he's a threat. A victim saying Coe's punishment wasn't enough. For, quote, "You are a bastard. You need to be hung from the highest tree and castrated with the dullest rusty knife." And in a moment in the court gallery, I want to share with you that stuck with me. One victim who said she still just feels like a victim and not a survivor yet, hugged another victim who said, the minute you got up on that stand, you became a survivor. Reporting in studio, I'm Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
All right, Hunter, thank you so much. Coming up later in this newscast, we'll hear from Shelly Monahan, a former news anchor and one of Coe's victims. Her reaction to his release tonight at 6:30. All right, turning to the weather now. It's been cloudy all day.
It does look like we could get some rain soon. Let's send things over to forecaster Jason Valentine for a look at our weather outside.
Thank you so much. Good Thursday evening, everyone. A cloudy day today and pretty darn chilly. We've been hanging around the 60-degree mark for most of the day, so a bit warmer conditions tomorrow. Now, on our radar, we're just seeing little bits and pieces of shower activity, even a little bit of thunder and lightning just to the south of Lewiston. Pullman saw some showers. Other than that, we're seeing pretty dry conditions, even some light sprinkles just outside of Kellogg. So overnight tonight, we have again a slight chance of a little bit of shower activity. Better chance will be Saturday in our late afternoon. I'll get to that in my full forecast. So our high temperature trend, I know it's going to take a while to get used. We are around our seasonal temperatures for this time of year, but we were still dealing with the mid-80s just last week. So if you feel it's downright chilly, you're right. It's just going to take a little while to get used to it. We are going to be looking at a bit warmer temperatures next week, but definitely the fall chill is with us. So far, evening planner, we expect more cloud coverage in our overnight period. That makes our overnight a little bit warmer. Good chance of fog tomorrow morning, but we have a chance of seeing, for the first time this season, some frost. I'll let you know when to expect that and a good look at what we can expect for your weekend. That's coming up in my First Alert weather forecast.
Jason, thank you. At least 6 people were arrested in a child exploitation sting operation that converged in Liberty Lake this week.
Washington State Patrol says those people tried to meet a 13-year-old girl for sex, but that girl turned out to be an undercover detective. One of those men was an employee of the KXLY radio group. Derek Strom is in studio now with how investigators set up this sting, Derek.
Derek Kirsten, according to court documents, WSP detectives used online apps to pose as fictitious underage girls. Detectives exchanged messages with several people who agreed to meet with these girls knowing they were underage. 5 men and 1 woman are now being charged with attempted rape of a minor in the 2nd degree. 6 people arrested in Washington State Patrol's child exploitation sting all faced a Spokane County judge for the first time today. Prosecutors say Jennifer Whitaker helped her husband Ted Whitaker meet up with an underage girl for sex. When she and her husband were arrested, she told police this wasn't the first time her husband had arranged something like this.
Also, at that point, the defendant in this case, Miss Whitaker, did state that her husband had been hands-on with children in the past that she was aware of.
Both Whitaker and her husband are being charged with attempted rape of a child in the 2nd degree and commercial sexual abuse of a minor. Another man who was arrested in this sting operation was KXLY radio group employee Michael Ferguson. According to court documents, Ferguson thought he was talking to a 13-year-old girl, but was actually talking to a WSP detective. Ferguson agreed to drive to a parking lot in Liberty Lake, then walk to a nearby apartment to meet her.
This included very explicit language about sexual acts he was going to commit. The defendant was arrested with $250 on his person in exchange for the agreed upon sexual acts.
WSP says it used surveillance drones to follow Ferguson to help its officers make the arrest. Investigators say Ferguson confessed and even wrote an apology letter to his family and his community. Ferguson is charged with attempted rape of a minor in the 2nd degree, commercial sexual abuse of a minor, and communication with a minor for immoral purposes. All 6 defendants are being held on bonds ranging from $100,000 to $150,000. They're due back in court on the 7th. In studio, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
All right, Derek, thank you. And as we mentioned, one of those people arrested works in sales for the KXLY radio group. The vice president of radio at our parent company, Morgan Murphy Media, issued a statement saying Mike Ferguson was immediately placed on an indefinite suspension from the KXLY radio group related to these serious criminal allegations while we gather more information. Well, Coats for Kids has been a staple in our community for the last 40 years.
And you can make a donation tonight. After the break, we'll take you over to the South Hill Goodwill, where the Winter Glow Party is going on to support the Coats for Kids drive. We'll check in with Chris Crocker to show us all the excitement.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Sandpoint Furniture, Carpet One.
If you're seeing this ad, then we've still got inventory that needs to go. Come in now for our most aggressive in-stock pricing of the year and 0% financing.
At your local Liberty Lake or Spokane Floor and Home.
The Spokane Home Builders Association with Fred's Appliance in Thermador is proud to present the 21st Annual Fall Festival of Homes, featuring 23 gorgeous homes from 15 of Spokane's finest builders, like Lennar, Wren Building Company, Greenstone, and Camden Homes. Whether buying, looking for remodeling ideas, or decorating inspirations, find it all at the Fall Festival of Homes. Visit fallfestivalofhomes.com for all the details.
Touch can mean so many things, even for people with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make players celebrate like winners, or make 2 move like 1. Dupixent can help you stay ahead of eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after the first dose. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, helps you feel the heal. See the difference for yourself. Reach out to your eczema specialist today.
Donating your vehicle to UGM Motors is easy.
When you drop off a vehicle, you have to sign a paper of, I donated this vehicle. And that was the hardest part. And I didn't have to fill it out. They filled it out for me and had me sign it.
Your car, truck, RV, or motorcycle will provide food, shelter, job training, and recovery services at Union Gospel Mission.
I think it's a great service to the community.
Call 509-327-HELP to schedule a free pickup today.
If you're seeing this ad, then we've still got inventory that needs to go. Come in now for our most aggressive in-stock pricing of the year and 0% financing.
At your local Liberty Lake or Spokane Floor and Home.
Well, the fun is well underway at Goodwill's Winter Glow Party on the South Hill.
It's all to support Coats for Kids, collecting new and gently used coats for kids in need. Our Chris Crocker is there live. So, Chris, have you seen a lot of coats so far? I see you holding at least one.
Oh my gosh, they are adorable. And look who is bringing a coat right now. It's Lainey. Hi, Lainey. She's got a coat donation for us, but she's shy. She's going to come put it in the bin. Lainey has been in the store and picked out that coat to donate, and that is one of the great things about, and an applause. We will applaud you if you come down and make a donation. Look at some of these coats. I had someone ask, what sizes do we need? All sizes, from the tiniest toddlers to the biggest kids. They come in all shapes and sizes, so we want to make sure every kid has a coat regardless of the size they need, but the little itty bitty ones are extra adorable Lainey size coats. So much fun here. We'll be here until 8 o'clock. Look at these cookies. We'll give you a cookie with a coat donation. It's a macaron, actually, from our friends at Sacred Roots. Free coffee. You can spin the wheel to win a prize. We're having a drawing for a gift card and other fun things. And we are so excited to partner with Goodwill for the second year in a row. And Heather, you've been an amazing partnership with us. Tell us what fun things are happening down here tonight.
Absolutely. So if you donate a coat, you get to spin the prize wheel for every coat that you donate. You get an entry into a prize drawing that we're doing for a Goodwill gift card and ice rink tickets. You can have a coffee that we'll make up for you.
And a sticker.
And a sticker. And on the back of the sticker is a 50% off coupon that you can use at a later date. So, and you just really, we want to encourage the generosity of our community and thank people for coming and giving, because we know that there's a lot of kids and teens who are going to be cold this winter, and their families might not be able to get them a coat. So if you don't get a coat and you want to come in here, they're 20% off tonight for you to donate.
All right, and we're going to go in the next half hour and check out the selection. So come shopping with me in the next half hour, Kirsten and Derek.
Will. And Lainey. What a cutie.
Oh, and Lainey.
Thank you so much, Chris. Again, you have a little less than 2 hours to get out to the South Hill Goodwill and drop off a coat. All right, 60 degrees right now. Let me get you ready for a very fall-like weekend, including your Friday. A little bit more sunshine on the way. Let me get you prepared. My first look weather forecast, that is next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Book your stay and play getaway today at Mistaqua.com.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of honey barbecue or new sweet chili. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Available in honey barbecue or new sweet chili. Get it delivered today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Scouting America prepares young people for life by helping them grow in confidence, discover new skills, experience the outdoors, all while learning the importance of leadership and service.
Here in the Inland Northwest, we serve over 2,000 boys and girls. Through the end of October, our Scouts are running their annual popcorn sale. For just $20, you can help send a kid to camp or on their next adventure.
Namerica is honored to donate $1,000 to Scouting America. This is how Namerica cares for kids.
Andy's Heating Cooling guarantees to keep your home safe and cool.
Your home and office comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier.
My air conditioner was not working. All I needed was a replacement sequencer. I called another company and they wanted to replace the unit for over $10,000. I was so glad I listened to my neighbor who recommended I get a second opinion from Andy's.
Turn to the experts. Andy's heating cooling since 1972, thanks to you.
Tonight and tomorrow, Cal Cars is kicking off the month with a 72-hour sale at both Cal locations, where they are marking down over 72 trucks, cars, and SUVs to sell fast. Plus, delaying all payments until next year. And $0 down is all you need. This is your chance to save thousands and trade your old vehicle in for something better with a complimentary 2-year service maintenance plan included. But it's only today through this Sunday at Cal.
Chad Powers, he's the original.
Let's get on tape.
And Michael even said this.
He was looking better in that tryout than when I played with him.
Now, Monday morning, Eli Manning is live on GMA.
Don't tell him I said that.
Monday on Good Morning America.
All right, we were talking coats for kids before the break. Of course, they're going to be out at that South Hill Goodwill till 8 o'clock tonight, but coats are becoming more pertinent with our temperatures.
And you might just need, you know, like a windbreaker or a little fleece, but it is chilly in the morning.
I needed my leather jacket this morning. It was chilly, and we're going to even see some frost possibly coming up as well for the first time this season as really fall is taking grip. Let's take a look outside. 60 degrees right now in Coeur d'Alene and Spokane. Both areas pretty much in sync, staying quite chilly, and we're going to continue to see chilly conditions, but still seasonal. Today's a little cooler than our average, so scattered light rain possible. I'll get to that in a bit, but if we see any in the Spokane, Coeur d'Alene area, it is going to be very light. Chilly overnight periods, and it's going to just get cooler and cooler. Return of the 30s in our overnight lows. Winds are stalling, so that is setting up another good chance of AM fog tomorrow morning, just like we saw this morning. So on our radar, we do have some little bits and pieces of shower activity coming through our areas just to the east of Coeur d'Alene. Pullman area seeing a little bit, Lewiston area seeing a little bit. We could see a quick little spritz pop up in the next, about 6 hours. But then we're going to be seeing drier conditions as we move into tomorrow and as we move into our weekend, save for Saturday. That could be a change. And here's what I'm talking about. As we move along into our overnight period into tomorrow morning, again, we could see some fog. Other than that, we're going to see a lot of sunshine tomorrow. We're kind of in between two little systems out in the ether. And then as we move into Saturday afternoon and into the evening hours, we're going to see a little bit of shower activity coming on through. So best chance of seeing a little bit of spritz. And yes, in the mountains, you could see a little bit of snow if you're heading into the east. So my goodness, it is getting chilly. So current winds, we are seeing light winds, and we don't expect to see much winds for the next couple of days at least. And as we head into our overnight period, just nominal winds, again, setting the stage for a good chance of that AM fog tomorrow. Matt will have an update for you on Good Morning Northwest tomorrow morning. So looking at the almanac, again, we're just a little bit off our average for this time of year, which is in the mid 60s. So we do expect to see a little bit warmer conditions, more seasonal tomorrow. So current temperatures right now, 60s for both Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, 68 our hot spot for our friends down in the Tri-Cities, and Lookout Pass already at 49. The temperature difference from yesterday, a little bit warmer the more west we go. Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, though, right on par, and we are going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow by about 5 or so degrees. So our 7-day forecast, 66 tomorrow, and again, you're going to see some sunshine. If you've been missing the sun, you're going to get that back. You're just not going to get the heat back that we've been so used to throughout September. 65 on your Saturday. Then as we move into early Sunday and Monday, that is the best chance of seeing some frost outside. So if you're parked outdoors, make sure you have your scraper handy because you're going to most likely need it. But as we head into our next work week, we are going to be looking at plenty of sunshine and just a bit warmer temperatures. So with a slight chance tonight and maybe Saturday, looks like things are drying up and frosting up as we move into our next weekend.
All right, Jason, thank you. We are now just over a month away from Election Day, and voters in Spokane are gearing up to decide who will represent them on City Council.
Today, two of those candidates went head-to-head on the debate stage. Alexandra Cohen-Yards brings us the highlights from the conversation.
The two people hoping to represent Northwest Spokane took the stage here today, each making their case for why they think they're the best person for the job. We heard from incumbent Zach Sapone and his challenger, Chris Savage. Two people who have known each other since middle school.
The two went back and forth, making their pitch ahead of the November election. What's driving each of them to run? For Savage, it's because he says he's tired of seeing this city go from bad to worse. For Sapone, it's to give everyone a fair shot. Public safety and its connection to homelessness was a reoccurring focus throughout the debate. Savage claiming current strategies are failing.
We can clearly see that across the neighborhood. When I'm doorbelling all the doors in my district, I'm hearing constant complaints about where these shelters are and how they're being activated.
But Sapone pointed to recent progress, including a policy he backed called Home Starts Here, a plan to boost housing for all income levels.
This policy I voted and supported for is a cohesive, comprehensive, all-above strategy to address homelessness.
Both candidates agree Spokane needs more housing, but disagree on the path forward. Sapone says tax reform could spur development.
To incentivize the underdevelopment of our vacant lots that we have all across our city, from downtown up and down Division to our neighborhoods. We have vacant lots in our cities that outside speculators are working on.
On the other hand, Savage pushed for more development options.
We need to make sure that we also have housing choices and options for everyone, because not everyone wants to live in an apartment. People want to come here. They're raising their families.
Savage ended the conversation saying he is fighting for the city's future, while Sapone highlighted his ongoing work on issues like safe streets and affordable housing. In Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
The Super Bowl is still months away, but that's not stopping some controversy.
The Trump officials saying ICE raids will be conducted at the biggest football game of the year. The response from the halftime performer, who says he hasn't been performing in the United States for fear of those same raids.
And up next, the very latest in the government shutdown, how both sides of the aisle are trying to pin the blame on one another.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Getting the home of your dreams is easy during the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. Find great deals on sofas, bedrooms, and dining groups. Or get 60 months no-interest financing. The home makeover sale on now at Furniture Row.
Bill's Heating and AC has not 1, not 2, but 3 warehouses overstocked with tankless water heaters. To clear out inventory before the end of the year, we're doing something we've never done before. Advertising our guaranteed lowest pricing for all to see. Right now, you can get a tankless water heater installed for only $3,500 to $4,500, depending on the model. Call now before this amazing deal goes away. Call 208-777-5528.
Avamere Southfield is so much more than just a home. We're enhancing lives every single day.
My home was heaven on earth, and now Avamere is heaven on earth.
Everybody's very friendly here and welcoming.
Come visit us and experience the Avamere difference.
BECU has helped Finney Ridge Painting grow from setting up payroll services to finance. I feel that BECU is fundamentally concerned about me as an individual and my business and all the individuals that work here. They provide a level of connection that other institutions aren't interested in. With BECU, we don't feel like customers. We feel like business partners.
Medicare options for Freddie.
No, not Freddie. Eddie.
Are you still there, Freddie? Okay, aging needs.
Agent? Please.
Tackle every job with power and precision this season with Pape Machinery Ag and Turf. For a limited time, you can get 0% financing for up to 84 months on a new John Deere 1025R compact utility tractor with 120R standard loader, all for just $249 per month. Shop online or head to your nearest Pape Machinery location to experience the unmatched customer service and support that keeps your operation running strong. But don't wait, this offer ends October 31st. Pape keeps you moving.
It's the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And that means 30% off the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or score 60 months no interest and free shipping. The 30th anniversary sale on now at Denver Mattress.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
It's day 2 of the government shutdown as the blame game intensifies.
Because of a Jewish holiday, neither the House or Senate were in session today, so the earliest this shutdown could end is tomorrow. ABC's Karen Travers is at the White House with the latest.
With no signs of the government shutdown ending anytime soon, this morning, Republicans placing blame squarely on Democrats.
Well, welcome everybody to day 2 of the Democrats' shutdown.
President Trump meeting today with his budget director to determine which agencies he recommends be cut, either temporarily or permanently. The president also blaming Democrats on the conservative One America News Network.
Well, there could be firings, and that's their fault.
The Trump administration warns it could start that unprecedented step of firing federal workers as soon as today. ABC's Mary Bruce pressing the vice president yesterday.
Why does the president want to fire some workers and not just furlough them? Why is this shutdown any different?
Well, first of all, we haven't made any final decisions about what we're going to do with certain workers. What we're saying is that we might have to take extraordinary steps, especially the longer this goes on.
Democrats demanding Republicans reverse massive cuts to Medicaid and extend expiring Obamacare subsidies so health care premiums don't rise for millions of Americans next year.
Republicans say they'd rather shut down the government than make sure that Americans get their access to health care. I think they're wrong.
The White House is insisting the government needs to reopen before discussing health care policy. President Trump now turning up the pressure, targeting projects in Democratic-leaning states, freezing $18 billion in infrastructure funding for New York City, home of both Democratic leaders, Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, and blocking $8 billion for energy projects in 16 Democratic-led states.
The president said today he's meeting with the budget chief, Russ Vought, to talk about which Democrat agencies he recommends be cut. What agencies are on the table for that conversation?
We're going to look at agencies that don't align with the administration's values, that we feel are a waste of the taxpayer dollar.
There are more than 750,000 federal workers around the country furloughed. TSA agents, air traffic controllers, and members of the military all working without pay. The Senate will not consider a vote to end the shutdown until tomorrow. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Well, we don't even know which teams will be on the field for the Super Bowl, but there's already controversy around the game. One government official is saying immigration agents will be conducting enforcement during the game at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. This coming after the NFL announced Grammy winner Bad Bunny will be the halftime performer. Federal agents from law enforcement agencies like ICE typically help to secure Super Bowl venues from terror attacks because they're such high-profile events. Trump official Corey Lewandowski's comments come after the NFL announced Puerto Rican superstar Bad Bunny will headline the Super Bowl's halftime show. Bad Bunny, whose real name is Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, just closed a record-breaking residency in Puerto Rico ahead of a world tour. He had stopped performing in the U.S. because he said he was worried about ICE raids at his concerts, but he's looking forward to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to embrace the moment. I'm going to show what we have, our music, our culture. I'm just going to stage to enjoy and have fun.
There's been outrage from conservative commentators about the NFL choosing Bad Bunny for the halftime show. In case you were wondering, Bad Bunny was born in Puerto Rico, which makes him a U.S. citizen.
Coming up on 4 News Now at 6:30, one of the South Hill rapist survivors speaks out.
And many of you know her as Sunshine Shelley. She sat down with us for an interview right after Kevin Coe's hearing this morning. Hear her reaction and story of survival next.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
With depression, it feels like every day you're just going through the motions. But what if you could get your go back?
Go with Auvelity.
Auvelity worked fast. Some saw relief in as early as 1 week. And Auvelity lasted. On average, significant relief was seen at 6 weeks. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults.
Tell your doctor about sudden changes to mood, thoughts, or behavior. Don't take Auvelity if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol, or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you're allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity.
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories. Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. But they all just fade away. But when I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network and see how you can save up to 20% versus AT&T and Verizon when you check the math at T-Mobile.com. Plus, your experience plan is guaranteed for 5 years.
Attention, RV shoppers. R&R RV in Liberty Lake has just lowered prices on every motorhome, fifth wheel, and travel trailer in stock. Last year's models are slashed to the lowest clearance prices you will ever find. We're talking jaw-dropping savings on Montana, Rockwood, Cougar, Winnebago, and more. Don't delay. R&R RV's fall clearance sale is on now. Quit dreaming. Just do it. Hurry to R&R RV to claim your new RV and save thousands. Visit R&R RV in Liberty Lake, I-90 exit 296, or shop now at rnrrv.com. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
I will be darned if I'm going to let that guy, one night of my life, I'll be darned if I'm going to let him ruin my life. It's, you know, he's pathetic. He's the sad part. You know, and I said this in court today, he doesn't know the beauty of having children or grandchildren or planting a garden.
Spokane knows her as Sunshine Shelley, a popular news anchor who also survived being attacked by Kevin Coe. Tonight, now that he's a free man, she shares her hopes for the future. Shelley Monahan's life changed on September 9th, 1979. She was just 20 years old when she walked out of her job at a local radio station and into the stranglehold of the South Hill rapist.
Today, 46 years later, Coe is a free man. Coe has completed his prison sentence and 17 years at the Special Commitment Center on McNeil Island. The state says it has no probable cause to believe he'll reoffend and no legal reason to hold him. But before the judge signed off on the release, several of his victims addressed the court. And after Shelley Monahan spoke to the court, she gave her only sit-down interview to 4 News Now's Melissa Luck.
You have probably unwillingly become the face of these survivors.
My obligation is that promise that I made to God that night, that he let me live. And he went on to give me an amazing life.
Shelley Monahan has never been shy about going on camera. A popular radio host and a longtime news anchor, it seemed for decades like everyone in Spokane knew her name.
And they'll say, didn't you used to be Sunshine Shelley? I'll say, I still am, just an older version.
That sunshine persona hid a darkness she still carries with her. Shelley was one of the first women in Spokane raped by Kevin Coe.
September 9th, 1979, I came out the door at the radio station, and he was waiting for me. We found out later that he had tracked me for more than a year.
Shelley was raped, beaten, and left for dead, like so many other women in Spokane at that time. Coe wouldn't be caught for another 3 years. Over and over since, she has found herself in courtrooms like the one she was in today. With this hearing, she knew there was nothing left to keep Coe locked away. But she still wants proof he's not a danger.
We really did want him there today. We wanted him to be in the courtroom today. We wanted him to be required to be there today, or to be at least on Zoom so we could see him, because all we've been told is about his physical condition, that he apparently has had a stroke, that he has heart issues, that he can barely walk. He's been described as walking dead. And that's all well and good, but we sure would like to see it, because he is a con artist. He is narcissistic. We all collectively in this community that have been through this for 45 plus years, we know how good he is when it comes to that portion of Co being Co.
She's cautious yet hopeful in her belief that he truly can't harm another woman, carried through by her faith, her family, and a promise made on that night in 1979 to the woman this 20-year-old would become.
And I looked at a star and I just started praying to God. And I said, he's done the worst that he can do to me. Just please don't let me die. I promise you that I will turn this into a positive.
Shelley forgave Kevin Co years ago and knows he will never have the final say.
I will be darned if I'm going to let that guy, one night of my life, I'll be darned if I'm going to let him ruin my life. He's pathetic. He's the sad part.
And the woman still known by so many as Sunshine Shelley has a message for all of you.
People have been amazing. They have this whole time, Melissa. They've been, for 45 years. Thank you to all of these people for all of these years, because stuff happens. It's just how you handle it, I guess.
I'm Melissa Luck, 4 News Now.
Well, the South Hill rapist string of terror is one of Spokane's most notorious crimes.
It gripped the community and had more twists and turns than you'd ever expect. Co had recently moved back to Spokane shortly before the attacks began. His dad was the editor of the afternoon newspaper, the Spokane Chronicle. And then there's his mom. In the midst of the Kevin court trouble, she herself was arrested and put on trial. And did we mention the woman who married Kevin while he was in prison? We invite you to download the KXLY Plus app for your television for free and join us next Wednesday for the premiere of our special series, The 509's Most Notorious Crimes, streaming at 7 o'clock. No camping signs are posted all throughout downtown Spokane, but businesses near the Maple Street Bridge say they're not working.
One business reached out to us to share its frustrations with what it calls an everyday problem. Madeline Mullins is live from that business. So, Madeline, what exactly does it want to see happen?
Well, those who work at Motion Auto Shop tell me that every day they see people camping underneath this bridge. Someone will come along and tell them to move, and then a few hours later, they're back. The auto shop says it wants to see this no camping rule enforced. Steve Nielsen wants people to be held accountable for their actions, for the open drug use, the trash, the property damage that is occurring right outside his business's door.
They're a nuisance. They steal pallets. They make all kinds of wood structures out of them. A lot of times people can't even use the sidewalk. They've got it so cluttered up. It's all of it, and there's no accountability.
He says this problem is a reoccurring one, and he feels the police are not doing enough to keep his neighborhood safe.
Nobody's going to jail for this. It's repeat offenders. Some of the same people come all the time, so it's constant.
The Spokane Police Department says it's doing everything it can per city code. In recent weeks, it has increased patrols near the Maple Street Bridge, making contact with those individuals who are illegally camping. But right now, SPD says all it can do is give out warnings and direct someone to services. It cannot give a citation or send them to community court unless they flat out refuse to move. And if they move and come back an hour later...
There's no limit on warnings right now, so every time we contact them and it's a new contact, we'd have to give them a new warning.
While that is not the accountability Nielsen is looking for, SPD says if you're having a problem with illegal camping, the best thing to do is to call Crime Check. The city of Spokane shared with me today that next week it will be announcing changes in how it handles illegal camping, and it says those changes will strengthen its approach. Live in Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All right, Madeline, thanks so much. It's been cooler today, and we're finally seeing the chance of rain we've been talking about.
Just saw it in that live shot. That sunset is approaching a lot earlier than we like it, Jason.
Yeah, and it's getting awful cold. We just never had a week of the 70s. We went straight from the 80s to the 60s, and we barely got above 60 degrees today. Beautiful sundown, though, in the Spokane region, and we're looking at a okay overnight period. Now, we do expect maybe just a hint of showers to come on in. We've been seeing it all day, really, in Pullman. We got a little cell, very minor, just to the east of Coeur d'Alene, but if you see any shower activity tonight, it will be extremely light. And that 10% for tomorrow really isn't in our overnight period. So tomorrow you're going to be looking at drier conditions, maybe just a little bit as we get into Saturday, but other than that, we're going to be staying dry. But we are going to be staying quite chilly, especially into our weekend, even dipping down to 62 on Sunday. Then we're going to get a little bit warmer, maybe 7 days of the 70s will feel warmer. But again, weather whiplash from those mid-80s to lower 60s that we're experiencing today. Our evening planner expect quite a bit of cloud coverage that is going to hold in a little bit of the warmth of today. But the return of AM fog tomorrow is very likely, and the return of frost is likely as well. I'll let you know when to expect that. That's coming up in my First Alert weather forecast.
All right, Jason. Well, we still have more to show you over at the Winterglow party at Goodwill.
Coming up after the break, Chris Crocker is getting ready to talk with an organizer about why they are putting this party on.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Super One Foods.
Reclaim your garage this summer. Eagle Rock RV and Boat Storage has units to fit your personal property, boats, RVs, and more. Open 7 days a week, extra wide drive aisles, state-of-the-art security, and great customer service. Eagle Rock RV and Boat Storage is the perfect fit for your storage needs.
The Extreme Team, helping the community. Another great project at Miriam's house, helping women coming out of homelessness. 2 more bedrooms and a family room created. Everything is beautiful. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
It's a show like no other. Custer's Fall Antique and Vintage Show, celebrating 50 years of treasure hunting this Saturday and Sunday at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Dealers from across the Northwest will be selling everything from rare to retro, rustic to classic. With thousands of unique items to explore and so much variety, the fun is in the find. Admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Custer's 50th annual Fall Antique and Vintage Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
AutoNation makes it easy to say hello to your next car. Shop over 25,000 used vehicles now at AutoNation.com. Plus, we'll buy your car for top dollar and pay you the same day. Visit your nearest AutoNation store today.
The pain level was over 10, and my doctor recommended that I go to Good Feet and try the arch supports there. It was the first time that I had no pain.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Kerner Furniture is blessed to have called the Inland Northwest home for the past 46 years.
We've also been blessed to help furnish your homes these past 4 decades.
And to celebrate our 46th year, we are having an anniversary sale.
Shop our selection of living room, dining room, and bedroom sets, all at lowered sale pricing.
And if you're looking for a lazy boy, then start here because we always guarantee the lowest prices in the area.
Celebrate 46 years of Kerner Furniture during our anniversary sale.
Going on now.
Actor Malcolm Jamal Warner's mother, her heartbreaking loss after her son's drowning death. What she's learned about what happened to her only son.
Malcolm was not an experienced swimmer.
Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
It's the season finale of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on a special night where one duo will make history.
I might have to go to the hospital after this.
The Emmy-winning Who Wants to Be a Millionaire season finale, tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Well, let's check back in with Chris Crocker, who is at the Goodwill location on the South Hill.
That's where that Winterglow party is going on right now to support Coats for Kids. Chris, are the coats still rolling in there?
Yes, they are, and people are dropping off coats, but also Goodwill now has all their winter stuff coming in, and so people are buying coats and then donating them, and I have been shopping as well. How about this one? I found a Barbie coat. I might not keep this one, but it is very exciting here at Goodwill. The party goes on until 8 o'clock tonight. Drop off a coat and we will give you an entry to win a $100 gift card. There's a DJ, there's glow sticks, there's a photo wall. We're having a blast, and of course, lots of shopping. And it is an 80s party, which is going to explain why CEO of Goodwill, Clark Brecky, you're dressed like one of the Breakfast Club members.
I am. I'll take it.
Yeah, not your typical wear. I'm so excited that Goodwill and Coats for Kids are partnering for another year. And why is Goodwill decided to step up for Coats for Kids?
It's a great and obvious and natural community partnership with us. We are located in eastern Washington and northern Idaho, and this reaches all regions and all families which we serve. We served over 8,000 people last year, and a lot of them are families that are in need of just affordable items for their families, but also it's an opportunity for people to give back to the community through their donations. And coming in and dropping off those coats through October 31st, and the partnership with KXLY is just a joy for us to be involved with.
And it's so easy. You can go through the drive-through, drop off your other donations, put the coats in the thing just like this, and we appreciate you so much.
Absolutely, and we're grateful for that and your community partners that you've put together to partner with Goodwill, so thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Clark, and to everyone at Goodwill. Party goes on until 8 o'clock, so stop by, bring a coat, and do a little shopping. I'm going to put this back on the rack. It's up for grabs.
I think you should keep it.
I think she should keep it as well. Looks fantastic. All right, folks, we are getting really chilly, and we're going to be seeing cooler temperatures on the way into our weekend before warmer temperatures. Also, maybe some more fog tomorrow. Let me get you and your family prepared. My first alert weather forecast, that is next on 4 News Now at 6.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
With expert advice and helpful tools like our room visualizer, it's easy to see yourself enjoying your perfect floors.
Come in to experience the One Effect and save big with special financing.
2 locations, Flooring Outlet and Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of honey barbecue or new sweet chili. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket, available in honey barbecue or new sweet chili. Get it delivered today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
It matters late at night.
It matters when you aren't sure and need someone who is.
Our minimalized window.
It matters when times are tight and saving money can really make a difference.
Thanks so much, Eric. I really appreciate you. Hi, Alex.
Where you get your medicine has never mattered more. That's why we have convenient locations right in your neighborhood with pharmacists ready to get to know you.
Where you get your medicine matters.
It's a 48-hour flash sale today through Sunday at Walker's Furniture, where every item is marked down an additional 20% off already low prices. Or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing with no money down.
Beautiful bedroom sets 20% off. All sofas, love seats, and sectionals 20% off. And all dining sets 20% off.
It's a flash sale you can't afford to miss. This Wednesday through Sunday at Walker's.
For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers, integrated, innovative, inspired.
With expert advice and helpful tools like our room visualizer, it's easy to see yourself enjoying your perfect floors.
Come in to experience the One Effect and save big with special financing.
2 locations, Flooring Outlet and Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One. 4 News Now is brought to you by CARD, the Center for Asbestos-Related Diseases.
Well, the first frost of the year may only be a few days away.
And Jason Valentine is in for Chris Crocker with what we can expect. When you say frost, that's an F word for people.
Yes, it certainly is.
We do have to pay attention.
The last time there was a frost way back early in the year, I slipped and got totally horizontal. And I'm fine, but it hurt for a while. So if you are going for a run, maybe Sunday or Monday morning, keep an eye out for that frost. All right, 60 degrees right now, just beautiful sunset. My goodness, in the Spokane area. And we were chilly all day today, mid to lower 60s. And we expect to be just a touch warmer tomorrow and more sunshine tomorrow as well. So scattered light rain throughout our areas. I wouldn't say throughout, but there is a little bit in the opportunity for some tonight. Chilly overnight conditions, and that's going to continue well into the weekend. Winds have been stalling all day, so fog is very likely to reappear as we get into tomorrow. Taking a look at our radar, this is pretty much the only shower activity we've been seeing from Lewiston up to the Kellogg area. And if you've seen the showers in your region, you know it's been very light. Pullman has seen the most of it on and off throughout the day, but nothing really close to the Spokane region, though we do have a chance of seeing a little bit of shower activity, maybe a quick cell tonight, and then we'll be looking at much drier conditions. So our forecast radar, as we head into our overnight period, we're going to see a lot of clearing from that clouds into tomorrow. But again, probably going to start the day with some fog. By the time that lifts, we're going to see plenty of mostly sunny skies. And then as we get into Saturday, again, plenty of sunshine, except for morning fog likely. Maybe just a hint of shower activity coming through, and then the main thrust of that storm is going to go to the south. After that, we look to be very, very dry. But if you are heading into Montana, you could see a little bit of snow in the upper elevation, so keep an eye out for that. So current winds, we are very, very light, so that will continue really for the next couple of days. It will definitely continue into our overnight period. Just not much of that going on for the past couple of days. 66 is our normal temperature for this time of year. We got up to 61. We're going to be seeing more of those averages as we head into the next couple of days. So temperatures, we are right around 60 degrees, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. Hotspot is Tri-Cities. Just very chilly conditions throughout. Not much of a change from yesterday. Bonners Ferry seeing some warmer temperatures. Other than that, we're kind of staying right on par. And we expect to be, again, just a touch warmer tomorrow, a touch cooler as we get to Sunday. But then next week, we are going to be seeing warmer temperatures finally. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. So for Friday, we're looking at 66. And again, partly cloudy skies. Should be seeing, again, more sunshine than we definitely saw today. As we get into our Saturday and Sunday, just a chilly weekend ahead. But after that slight chance of showers on Saturday late afternoon, we're going to be looking at dry and sunny conditions for the next couple of days. Just keep an eye out for frost. The best chance for frost will be Sunday morning and Monday morning as you're heading out the door. So folks, get ready for, again, nicer conditions tomorrow, but the fall chill is taking grip.
Spokane Chiefs are off to a strong early start through 3 games, 2-1, following a 3-0 shutout home debut against the Tri-City Americans. And they're doing it all without their star 2024-25 first line entirely. Andrew Crystal, Shea Van Olm, and for the moment, Berkeley Catton. Spokane's poured on the scoring anyway, 15 goals across those first 3 games. And we caught up with head coach Brad Lauer on the early state of the team. Now their players have stepped up in scoring roles after the departure of all that elite scoring.
Expectations for everybody that came back this year is going to be a lot higher. We're going to want more from their game, 5-on-5, and some of that is producing. So again, there's more opportunity for the guys coming back, and I think they understand how we want to do things and how things are done.
The Chiefs could get Catton back after he's exhausted 9 games played for the Seattle Kraken, but he still could go to another higher minor league or stick in the majors entirely. Coach Lauer and his Chiefs return to the ice against the Prince George Cougars both tomorrow and Saturday evenings. Tomorrow's puck drop just after 7 p.m. The Seattle Mariners now know their American League Divisional Series opponent, the Detroit Tigers, who blew a 15.5-game AL Central lead, an MLB record, to the Cleveland Guardians. Well, today they pushed their rivals aside to win the wild card round 2-1. The M's have the edge in home runs, RBIs, more than twice as many stolen bases, as well as strikeouts and whip, but Detroit hits a little more consistently with higher averages and just more hits, as well as fewer runs allowed overall. Seattle won 4 of their 6 games against Detroit. All of those wins were the last 4 matchups they had, which bodes pretty well. All 3 games in Detroit. ALDS Game 1 in Seattle is October 4th. Pitch time not quite determined yet. And big news dropping this week to one of Gonzaga men's basketball's biggest new pieces for the 2025-26 season. Grand Canyon transfer Tyon Grant Foster earned a practice waiver from the NCAA, meaning that he can now fully participate in the Zags' practice schedule, which is better late than never. The 25-year-old committed to GU in late May and now can only spend time with his probable new team. Grant Foster spent 2 years in junior college, the COVID year at Kansas, 2 seasons at DePaul, where he only played half of 1 game because of a cardiac emergency, then his previous 2 years at Grand Canyon. While the NCAA's ruling of an extra year for junior college time and COVID year not counting, plus those injury years, Grant Foster should only have 3 years down, but the decision on his competitive eligibility is still unknown. And we do have one final shot to get your votes in for our Friday Night Sports Extra Game of the Week. Our options are Lewis and Clark at Gonzaga Prep, University at Mount Spokane, and West Valley Rogers at 1 Spokane. The votes are astounding this week, y'all. We have a new record already for the most ever for any Game of the Week poll in the last year. I know we mentioned a couple weeks ago we broke the record. This one shattered it again. Over 2,300 votes are in already. It's been flying up, especially these last 2 days. Our top 2 teams separated by 1%.
Oh, really?
It is the tightest race. About 5-6 minutes ago, I checked. It was 3 votes separated the 3. So it's pretty crazy. We'll have our winner on 4 News Now Nightside.
All right. If you want to make your voice heard, you better get in there.
I guess he's not telling us who the top 2 contenders are. Okay, thanks, Jack. And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
With heat like this, air conditioning's a necessity. Bill's Heating and AC can get you the relief you want with the urgency you need. We offer free same-day estimates and next-day installation. Plus, all our new equipment comes with a low price guarantee. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and take advantage of our 0% for 5 years promotional financing.
4 News Now and STCU are proud to continue highlighting volunteers who go above and beyond with their efforts. STCU Volunteers Count is a project that awards groups and individuals who take volunteering to the next level, donating personal time and financial support to local nonprofits. The winning volunteers will be awarded a grant courtesy of STCU to help further their efforts, and then we'll tell their story. If you know of a local volunteer who deserves recognition, nominate them at KXLY.com.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
It's time for 4 News Now, Coats for Kids. Drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate Coats for Kids through October 31st.
Your locally owned Papa Murphy's is proud to be part of Coats for Kids this year.
Now through the end of October, bring in a coat donation to any Eastern Washington or North Idaho Papa Murphy's location.
And receive a $4 off coupon good for any large or family-sized pizza.
Today, tonight, and tomorrow, Cal Cars is kicking off the month with a 72-hour sale at both Cal locations, where they are marking down over 72 trucks, cars, and SUVs to sell fast. Plus delaying all payments until next year. And $0 down is all you need. This is your chance to save thousands and trade your old vehicle in for something better with a complimentary 2-year service maintenance plan included. But it's only today through this Sunday at Cal.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, Seattle loses access to one of the nation's only urban national parks as the government shutdown continues. We'll tell you which other parks across the country are affected. That's tonight on Nightside, starting at 11 o'clock.
All right, we could see a shower or two tonight, but we are looking tomorrow at mostly sunny skies. Highs are going to be in the mid-60s. It should be a beautiful, beautiful day. And then as we move into our weekend, we're going to see a bit cooler temperatures. And again, frost likely Sunday and Monday morning. Fog very possible tomorrow morning.
Again, fall starting to fall finally now, right?
When all the weather graphics start showing pumpkins and fall leaves, but I have seen some leaves changing, so that's nice.
That is very nice.
Thanks so much for being with us here on 4 News Now at 6. Don't forget to come back at Nightside.